we did it. We're here.
Yay!
Welcome, guys. Welcome to the first ever HoloNet news. This is going to be our monthly little snippet because, damn it, you guys don't hear enough from us. Just plain and simple. We need at least another 20, 30 minutes a month with you. So thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, we really do appreciate it. So I guess why did we do this in addition to the regular show?
Well, with the regular show, of course, we try to stay with one topic, whereas with this, it's going to be easy enough to be like super current with, oh my god, there's a solo trailer out type of stuff.
Coincidentally, we are going to be talking about the solo trailer as well.
Oh, we are? Holy shit, that's a great coincidence.
I mean, how could we not, right? Solo. And, okay, so let's address a couple concerns right off the bat. There were rumors about Solo's production problems when Chris Miller and Phil Lord were fired and they hired on Ron Howard to finish the movie out. They were already a quarter to, rumors could be halfway to 3/4 the way through the actual filming.
That's what I had heard was 3/4.
When they came in and just reshot the whole damn thing, which is not unlike Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. So
yeah. Well, no, Rogue One wasn't. It wasn't completely redone. Like they had reshoots,
right?
But I mean, that's what happens when you have a budget. Every director wishes, God damn it, just give me another month. I didn't catch this. I didn't catch that. Blah blah blah. So Rogue One's a little bit different. This was a complete fiasco, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, let's watch these teasers and trailer for Solo, and then let's talk about it.
Deal.
You want to start off strong? Let's do that. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. So this is
technology.
Bleep bloop buttons being pushed. All right, here's the teaser. Oh yeah. I was a little worried because it had that.
So you want to make a difference?
Yeah. Sound.
You're gonna love it.
I hate that. Like anytime I go to the movies with my wife, that's every trailer that comes up. Even if it doesn't start off, I have to make sure that it has it.
The early shots of this really reminded me of. Oh my god.
Yeah. I thought Blade Runner.
Blade Runner. Oh goddamn! Thank you.
Okay, so I'm not the only one.
Dude, not at all.
Yeah, no, I was nervous getting ready to watch it. I don't know why. I just have this deep hatred for watching trailers.
Oh yeah.
So much, just because, of course, the Disneyfication of movie trailers. They had done a study once where people wanted it to be spoiled for them. Like they want to know the entire movie before they go in. So of course that's how most trailers are. And this is Star Wars. It's precious to me. I want to go in not knowing shit. And yeah, now I'm okay with watching them.
Yeah, Star Wars trailers are very faithfully misleading. Mm-hmm. Like starting from The Force Awakens, they were all completely misleading. So they don't tell you a narrative, they don't tell you a synopsis, they just give you glimpses. But the order in which those glimpses are arranged allude to a narrative, which isn't real. So it's very misleading. It's very much just them messing with the audience and trying, I think, I don't know, maybe to keep people on their toes. And like, for example, The Last Jedi very much kept everyone on their toes because no one had a fucking clue what was going to happen, and it was so out of left field. Definitely. You either loved it or hated it. So it was very. I'm a little bit concerned about this. Only that whatever footage they do show us, we know will have nothing to do with the actual movie itself, other than these are scenes out of context.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. I'm totally fine with them getting rid of the droid from Power Rangers. They can just completely cut that out.
Wait, what?
The fucking Lando's assistant droid, man. It totally looks like the
337. Really?
Yeah, it totally reminds me of the robot from Power Rangers.
Oh, I had no.
That kind of took me out a little bit. Well, we're just far enough apart in years that was my generation.
Wow.
I mean, you had like Flintstones and
my God!
And then the start of radio plays and stuff when your entire family would sit in front of the radio each Sunday night.
That's true. Little Orphan Annie's on, kids.
Oh my God, Red Ryder, let's listen.
All right, so before we go any further, let's watch the actual teaser trailer, not the actual trailer, but the teaser trailer they released, and let's see what happens here.
Man, I was honestly expecting more of a Guardians of the Galaxy type of intro. It's like some nice 80s synth pop.
I'm glad having a mind of my own.
Yeah, it's a good thing they did that because it's Star Wars mesh.
I'm gonna be a pilot.
But if you want,
Best in the galaxy.
Oh yeah.
Hey kid.
Yeah, already catching the scope of
I'm
this.
putting together a crew.
It's like they're going definitely with the Rogue One idea of Star Wars movies.
That's yes.
See, and I like this scene. I like that
Who knows
it has a touch of film noir.
what you really are?
It's just a touch with color. It's film noir in color.
What's that?
Now in Technicolor. And then here we go, the last bit.
That part,
Get ready.
seeing that Star Wars coming out.
Thought we were in trouble there for a second, but it's fine. We're fine.
Okay, I don't care what that is. I'm okay with it being there. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
There's always been this EU persistence of space creatures that are like huge and they just sort of feed off of gas giants and like it's just a thing that exists. So I'm totally fine with that. What do you love about this trailers?
Lando. Honestly, like I got in an argument with somebody when they first announced casting. Fuck, for the life of me, I can't remember who it was. But I got in a huge argument. They're like, oh, how the fuck is a kid from Community going to be doing this? I'm like, are you kidding? I couldn't, like, as soon as they said it, it was like, duh! Holy shit! Why didn't I ever think of that? Like, he has the personality to pull that shit off, and the swagger. I mean, he's just, yeah, that's my favorite part. I cannot wait to see Lando.
So the actor Donald Glover, I had only seen him in Community a couple episodes, and then I saw him cameo in The Martian. And I had no real...
I never watched that.
What?
I never watched The Martian.
What the fuck are we doing? You should watch The Martian right now. We should stop this stream.
Bye.
How have you not seen The Martian? I'm upset that you haven't seen...
That's the one with Matt Damon, right?
Yes.
That's why.
Are you kidding me? It was
Dude,
a brilliant novel that was brought to life as a brilliant movie.
I'm sure it is. Ever since Team America World Police, I cannot take Matt Damon seriously. He's a great actor. I really do appreciate him, but it's just like watching anything with Keanu Reeves. He is like, all I see is Bill and Ted.
What?
Period.
Have you seen John Wick?
I haven't. I can't do
Holy
animal.
fuck! Oh my
Someone
god!
kills this fucking dog. I can't watch that shit. I lose my ass over
god
that.
damn it! But these are movies that are going to break those notions for you, like those imprinted memories of those actors' performances. Oh man! John Wick is badass. It redeemed Keanu
That's what
Reeves.
I hear, man. I love Keanu Reeves. Like the whole Matrix series, I fucking loved it. I don't care what anybody says. Like all that shit, I love. But yeah, it's still just. Dude. Yeah.
Stoke.
That's what I see.
Yeah. All right. Well, fuck it. Anyway, we were talking about Donald Glover.
Yeah, Star Wars. Let's discuss that.
So here's I'm a little bit. I love the casting of Donald Glover because now I know his music. I'm familiar with his other work with Atlanta. I know he has chops. Mm-hmm. But my problem with him is not the fashion, it's not the swagger, it's not the casting, it's the fucking hair. I want Lando's hair on Lando Calrissian, and he is very much taking a cue from the 1970s playbook, not Lando Calrissian's combed, sweeped back hair. Like it is that Lando was pulling off like a 1950s acid burning the frizz out of the afro hair, and he could comb it back, and it was very specific, the do.
Yeah.
And they completely abandoned that. And so they have everything else seemingly but the hair. And it's the one thing that you immediately attach to the character aside from his personality, which again, we haven't seen from Donald Glover yet. So I'm having a hard time with it. all of that said, I think people like Donald Glover, and so they're happy with the casting. They like how he looks in the stills and in the video footage they've seen so far, so they like the casting. We haven't heard him talk. We haven't heard any type of setup for him. We don't know anything about this character yet. And he doesn't have the goddamn haircut!
Hey, man, styles change. I mean, he's the fucking current dude.
And there's no Lobot yet, so maybe it's... I don't know. I'm kind of freaking out. Anyway, so Donald Glover, Emilia Clarke, what do you think about her as Kira?
Interested to see. Like, I really don't know shit about any of these characters aside from the obvious ones. Yeah. Just like with the whole rebranding of Star Wars, getting into the new canon, but it's been a slow burn basically for me.
Yeah. I have concerns about her too, because I am so tied to her character in Game of Thrones that it's hard for me to not see her.
Oh, that's why she looks familiar. Yeah. I don't watch that
Even
show.
with... All right. I don't know what we're doing here. We gotta just turn this shit off right now.
Dude, I can't fucking do it, man. I have tried so hard. I've tried 4 times to start that shit, and everybody's like, get to the second season, you'll love it. I just can't devote 13 hours of my life to something that's like cool. There's blood, there's boobs, there's politics, there's all this shit that I love in this world, but it's...
I would say at this point it's too late. Like, they're so far in now that it doesn't make sense. You know, unless maybe you like read the books at some point and fall in love with it.
I'd love to read the books. I love books.
Yeah, well, the books are really they're a little scattered, more scattered than the movie, but anyway, we're talking again about Star Wars.
Yes, Star Wars.
So Emilia Clarke, that's my concern with her casting, but she's gorgeous. She has acting chops. And I just had like a weird news alert. Okay, so then Woody Harrelson. This is Tobias Beckett, and he is sort of the ringleader. He's putting together a crew, very Ocean's 11 to name another Matt Damon show.
Really? Oh my God, Adam. Really? That's the Ocean's 11 you go to?
Oh, yeah.
Not the original?
Yeah, I've never seen the original. The shoe is on the other foot.
Oh my God. No, like, I could be forgiven. You're denying the fucking Rat Pack. Jeez.
I love him. I just never...
No, you don't, because you've never seen the fucking movie. Holy shit.
I'm a pretender.
All right, so Star Wars, yes.
Okay, back to Star Wars. Woody Harrelson as Tobias Beckett. Don't know anything about the character. I love Woody Harrelson. I've never seen a movie that he's in that I haven't liked.
Absolutely.
Like, he's great.
The hard part for me with him is just, like, Woody Harrelson, I mean, of course, he's got amazing acting chops. Like, he can completely transform himself, but he's also such a familiar, distinct face that sometimes he can pull you out of movies. And I'm a little worried with that.
Yeah, this is a big point about Star Wars that they've changed. And originally, George Lucas really wanted to get unknown actors so that you were tied to the story and the characters, not the actor playing the characters in the story. So what do you think about that? Now that Disney's in control, I mean, to be fair, the prequels had Samuel L. Jackson, and you can't be anything but Sam Jackson.
Yeah, that was
as Mace Windu. But, I mean, we have seemingly pulled back the curtain and said, you know what, it doesn't matter anymore. We're just going to get an actor that we think is going to be good in the role. Does it matter if they're known or not?
I'll tell you in a couple of months. I don't know. Like,
I mean, did you buy Mace?
What's that?
Did you buy Mace Windu?
Oh, yeah. Like, I fucking love Mace Windu. That's the only part of the prequel trilogies that really did it for me was him.
Oh
wow. And you know what's funny? I never even thought about that. Like, I never once popped in my head like, oh, he's in a lot of things. Why is he in this?
Right.
But then again, when all that came out, I was a lot younger and not as snobby when it came to movies.
I was a big Pulp Fiction fanatic, and so seeing him, it was tough when he was on the balcony with his lightsaber out to Dooku, and he was making those one-liners. I was like, Pulp Fiction, man. Like, I couldn't. It sort of tore me away, just like you were saying with Woody Harrelson. It took me out of it for a minute. Okay, so what about Paul Bettany as Dryden Voss? We know nothing about this character, but he's a big-name actor. I actually don't... I know I've seen him act before. Mm-hmm. I've never connected him with a role before, so he might as well, in my mind, be an unknown. And the character...
Same boat.
I mean, I don't know who the fuck Dryden Voss is. I know a Quinlan Voss, but there's no way this guy's related. I don't think. Quinlan Voss was a Jedi Knight who had like a fling with at the end of his life he had a fling with the bald apprentice of Count Dooku.
Asajj Ventress.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and then he ended up dying. Oh. Spoiler alert. Okay, so here's the big one. The big one. Alden Ehrenreich. I've only seen him in I don't know why I can't think today.
It's one of those days.
Yeah, apparently. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of the name of this movie? Anyway, I've only seen him in one role, and it was a relatively brief role. Hail Caesar. Oh my gosh. Oh. It was very brief, and he was sort of a cowboy character in that he's sort of stupid the way he looks to me. He just comes off as a sort of stupid person. Are you concerned at all about him, and certainly with the footage that we've seen so far, being able to pull off Harrison Ford? I'm sorry. Freudian slip. Han Solo.
Okay, so the first time I saw it, it was weird to see him as Han Solo, but a couple seconds into the trailer, I forgot. I mean, it is definitely going to be one of those things that I really think the first viewing, it's going to be kind of tough to pull away the idea of Harrison Ford being Han Solo. Because, I mean, really, facial structure-wise, like, it's not even fucking close. But, I don't know. I think he'll do a good idea, or a good job. I mean, he looks like he might be able to pull it off.
So there's actually some information that I just learned that I didn't know. They had Han Solo on set. I'm sorry. Fuck, I did it again. They had Harrison Ford on set coaching up Alden Ehrenreich in order to, sort of giving him a background of how he has personified Han Solo in the past 40 fucking years and what the core of the character that he pulled from continuously. And that was this idea that he was an orphan. He hated the idea of not being in control of his own destiny and of his life in the moment. And so he always, every decision he made as a character, every quip he made was based around the idea that whether he was actually in control of the moment or not, he needed to project the idea of control in order to make himself feel like he actually was in control. You know, when you're flying around with a space wizard and a fledgling magician and a princess, it's hard not to feel insignificant. And so he had to really project this idea of machismo and bravado, and really how much of that was really him when then you later saw him develop into this really wonderful hero and general of the resistance, of the Rebel Alliance. He really did evolve into being his core character from his projected character. And so it's reassuring for me to know that the actual actor that portrayed him for so many years was on set and cared enough to actually give advice.
That's surprising, honestly. Like, he fucking hates that character.
That's what we all thought, right? But
yeah, like,
why would he?
I mean, I can understand. He did, as much as he hates it, that's still his character. Why would he want his character destroyed?
I didn't take that approach to it. That's very true. Yeah, he's protecting his legacy.
Yeah, I mean, he's
an
amazing actor.
He's arrogant as fuck, so yeah.
Yeah, that's...
He's
Harrison Ford.
It all snapped right back into focus. At first I was like, oh, he's being magnanimous, and he's being... No. He's protecting his name.
He's Harrison fucking Ford.
Yeah. Again, another actor. I've never seen a movie I haven't liked from his. Everything he's done, I think. Even like the Jack Ryan stuff, I've absolutely loved. So, okay, so Alden, Eric and Reich and Mick and Dickon. This kid. So there were rumors that they had to hire an acting coach to come in and teach him how to portray Han Solo. I wonder if that was actually Harrison Ford, or if he had an acting coach because he wasn't very good at acting, and then they brought in Harrison Ford to try to teach him the character.
Yeah.
Either way, the idea scared me that they would hire someone who was so bad at acting. And again, only having seen him in Hail Caesar, I wasn't impressed. So, I don't know. I refuse to believe that they're going to release a film only having promoted it for 3 months, knowing that it would suck. I just can't rationalize that. I feel like with the blowback from The Last Jedi, they're going to do everything they can to make sure that this is really good. And so if that means leaking bad news in order to lower expectation, I could see Disney doing that.
Well, the other side of the coin, though, that's such a strong character that the vast majority of us that are Star Wars fans, like, that's who we fucking grew up wanting to be.
Yeah.
Like, if it was my ass on the line, I would be doing everything possible to make sure that actor that is portraying this character that means so much to so many people, like, I would do everything in my power to make sure he is just the tip top of his game. So I can totally appreciate, like, even if he was a great actor, them still bringing in an acting coach.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be so many little nuances, like just the way he moves and stuff. Like, if you're not right on that, you're not Han Solo, just plain and simple.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's only so much suspension of disbelief that an audience is willing to go through. Mm-hmm. If you're not going... The writing has to be on point. If the writing is too snarky, then it comes off as a caricature of Han Solo. If it's not snarky enough...
If it's like The Last Jedi. Ugh.
Yeah. If it's not enough, then it's just flat out not Han Solo. And so there's this almost impossible standard that this young man has to live up to. And we as the audience are going to be the arbiters of whether or not he gets a job for a while.
We're all going to be in the theater.
Dun, dun, dun! Yeah.
That'll be their next movie, the crucifixion of him.
The crucifixion of Han Solo. I'm going to be interested in finding out how he does. Of course, we'll do our reviews and we'll release them here as we have the past two movies that have come out, and moving forward. So I don't know. I'm from the footage that you saw, are you more or less excited for the movie?
More, honestly.
Yeah.
I really... Okay, I liked The Last Jedi, and I mean, we've discussed this ad nauseum, but it wasn't good. They have to do better? That's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I mean, we've got news of a lot of things on the horizon, so they have to do better. Or they're going to pull a DC and just end up pulling everything back.
Oh, and I hate that. Like, DC, their problem is they don't have balls.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and fucking simple.
Totally agree.
Wonder Woman was amazing. Batman vs. Superman, I will get in a fucking fist fight right now to argue that was a damn good movie. Even Suicide Squad. I mean, Suicide Squad, let's be honest, that was Deadshot the fucking movie.
Narratively, it was bad, but I still had fun.
I loved it, honestly. Like, it was, if it would have been the Deadshot movie, not Suicide Squad, it would have definitely made a difference, I think. I mean, same fucking movie, but if it would have been known that it was a narrative about Deadshot, it would have made more sense, because there really was no squad.
Yeah.
But anyways, Star Wars. Yeah.
Back to Star Wars. This is really hard for us.
It is.
So rounding out
we both need sleep.
Rounding out the biggest part of the cast here, there's a character named Val being played by Thandie Newton. Don't know anything about him. Her. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is the L337 character. I'm sure it's going to be Leet or Levin or something like that. That's the sidekick robot that you were complaining was too much like Power Rangers. I have no idea of the reference, so I just sort of thought, oh, it's another robot like Rogue One's robot, you know.
K2SO was completely different.
Well, we don't know. I mean, he was funny as hell, great actor.
Oh,
Alan
fuck
Tudyk
yeah.
is amazing. So it was, you know, this might be brilliant, or it might just be a forgettable
I'm sure it
droid.
will be. This is just me probably running on no sleep, being like, it's fucking stupid. I don't want to like this droid. Just like every other droid. Every time I see a new droid, I'm like, I don't want to fucking like this. It's not R2-D2, damn it. And then as soon as the trailer comes out, fuck, I love it already.
Why do I like this droid? Yeah. And then closing it out, Chewbacca, Joonas Suotamo reprises his role as Chewbacca, taking over from our favorite and only Chewbacca man that I cannot remember the name of.
Peter Mayhew. Jeez. No, not Peter Cushing.
I was gonna
God.
say Peter Cushing.
Yes, Peter Cushing is going to be taking on the
I knew
role.
it was a Peter.
I'd fucking see it. I'd totally.
Oh, man.
If they resurrected his ass to make him Chewbacca, I would eat it up.
Alpha 5 checking in. Umbrella, thanks for joining us, Draven. Okay, so Chewbacca looks different, but I'm okay with
God,
it.
his face! Oh my God, I'm not. They
really.
Oh God, they changed his face so much. I mean, I understand that he's younger, but at the same time,
Not
he's
that
fucking,
much younger though is his
he's,
lifespan.
No, I know. He's a fucking Wookiee.
Yeah.
They live 300-400 years.
Yeah.
5 sometimes if they're lucky. But yeah, it's God. I just can't believe they changed that much. Because really, this is what, maybe 10-15 years before A New Hope. Like Wookiees aren't going to change
20,
that much. What's that?
I think it's like 20, right?
No, Han
Is it
Solo
only
wasn't
10?
that old. Han Solo wasn't that old in the first movie. I
Alright.
thought.
I don't
know.
what it was.
It'd be great if I had some sort of reference I could pull from.
If only there was a Google that we
Yes.
could find out if we cared enough in this moment. I
Yeah.
don't.
Fuck it.
It is strange though. I don't mind him having different bandoliers. That doesn't bother me.
Oh, no, that doesn't
making
bother me
sure
at all.
the face looks like Chewbacca and not a forgettable Wookiee, I think is important because Chewbacca, it's like a breed of dog. You know it on sight. Like that is this character. It's so easy to get, an alien species. You're just like, well, all Greedos look alike. They're all Greedo. No, they're Rhodians, and they actually have different names and personalities, but they're all Greedo because that's who we know. Well, Chewbacca's the same way, except that we have seen him in literally every single movie, so we know him. So make him look like him and not just a Wookiee. A little bit difficult, but again, I think people are... If it was anything like Last Jedi, he won't even be in the movie anyway, so who cares?
Oh my God, if he's not in this movie, I will...
He's gotta be!
Oh my God, I'll have a heart attack.
It's gotta be a huge plot point. How Han Solo and Chewie unite.
That's what I'm interested... Like, honestly, that's the biggest thing that I'm excited for with this movie. Because, I mean, Disney already said, all that shit you read, it doesn't count anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I know how they met.
Yeah.
I understand all this shit from the now legends. So I'm excited to see the new storyline, like how they came about and stuff. Yeah. I mean, it is definitely going to be weird that Han Solo seemingly isn't in the Imperial Academy as long, because I mean that was such a huge part of his life.
But we don't know. I mean, they could do like an intro that's a flashback of him joining it, and then skips forward to him being kicked out. So, the years that he was actually a part of it, if he is even a part of it, it still could be there.
That's true.
We just don't know. What do you think the major plot point of this movie is going to center around?
I don't know.
I mean, it's got to be a heist
okay
of some sort, right? I mean, they got the train. They got like the ship's cargoing away part of the train in part of the sea. It's got to be something. And
from my brief watching of the trailer, honestly, I think it might be a heist from the Imperial Academy. Because, I mean, that's in the original in the Legends, that's essentially how he got booted out. Was he went against like their shit, like the whole slavery and all that. So I could see it being a heist from the Imperial Academy. But
what if it's like the Force Unleashed type thing, where he's actually rescuing with Chewbacca some other Wookiees that are in that cage of slaves on that train.
See, and that'd be great because that is pretty much what happened, like in Legends. Yeah. So that would do my heart some good to know that at least that little snippet of that character is still real, I guess.
I'm just hoping it's not just like some jewel, like some
that'd be fucking stupid.
Like I want there to be a substantial Star Wars world reason for this movie, other than just giving fans lip service. Like I just want, and here's the other part: I don't want it to be like every other Star Wars movie. I want this to be the Captain America Winter Soldier movie that is totally, yes, it's in that universe, but it's completely different. It's within its own little world. It is its own type of a movie. In this case, it's going to be a heist, I'm hoping. And, Winter Soldier was very much an espionage, sort of Mission Impossible type movie. And I'm okay with that. Like, that's what I really want about these standalones, is to have an isolated feel that lives within a greater universe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how it should be. I mean, that's what they set up with Rogue One. Like, Rogue One, like, that was a war movie. Yeah, that wasn't a space opera. That was a fucking war movie. Like, the only reason why it was still Star Wars because they had Star Wars things in it. Yeah. So I'm really hoping too they stick with that.
I'm throwing up some posters here and imagery from the movie itself that's coming out. We have been ranting here for half an hour about it, so let's just do a couple more.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah, yeah, already. Well, that
when we were talking about this, like, you know what, we're only going to do like maybe 20, at most 30 minutes, because we're not going to give everybody a full episode. I didn't think it was 30 minutes already.
This is the problem, is that we love this too much. We have too much fun talking about it. It's too hard to have a limited amount of time, and only doing it once a month is impossible.
Oh, yeah.
There's just so much, especially nowadays with so much news coming out. So the Entertainment Weekly magazine had a bunch of stills from the film that are going to be coming through, but of course the aspect ratio is different and stuff, so we're not going to see them all.
I hate those new helmets. I hate them so much. It's like a knockoff Veers.
Well, what about the new look of the Millennium Falcon?
Oh man, it
has that cap on it.
It bothers me.
Really?
Well, yeah, because the whole idea of the YT freighter was the forks. That was basically how you clip to the freight. So it's just bizarre that's not.
What if that is freight? It's like a freight compartment holder or something.
Okay, touche.
So Lando can have his clothes, his wardrobe.
True, that would make a whole lot of sense.
That dude's got so many styles already we've seen.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Hell yeah.
I can't help but get excited to see a young Han Solo and a Chewbacca in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon yelling. Like that.
Oh, yeah.
That gets me.
Well, that's probably going to be the end of the movie, is them actually taking over, him winning the Falcon, and then punch it.
Lando being super pissed.
Yeah.
You scoundrel. Oh man. You know, and here's the thing. He doesn't look like Harrison Ford, but I'm okay with that. I can forgive that. He's going to do his best, and I just want a good movie, so I'm willing to let Donald Glover have his fucking hair, and I'm willing to let Aldrin Eldrick Heinrich be the dude. I don't care. I just want a good goddamn Star Wars movie. I'm so tired of the bad ones.
Yeah, and this one, I mean, this has to just be like a feel-good movie.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's going to be dark and shit. Oh. Yeah.
Well, okay.
This is going to be the one where we're fucking throwing popcorn in the theater because we're excited. It better be that movie.
So we ended with a screenshot there of The Last Jedi novelization. So that's where I want to go next. But I want to cap off the Solo discussion with hopes. Just fun. What do you hope of this?
Yeah. It's got to be I know it won't be a typical buddy comedy, but it really should be. It's Han fucking Solo.
Yeah.
Like that's what I have always wanted to see. If there was ever a standalone, just him and Chewbacca dicking around before the whole start of the war type thing.
I want to see him flirting with girls. I want to see him pissing off gangsters. I want to see him swindling someone. And I want to see him buddying up with Chewie. Like, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
Good thing.
That is definitely one thing. Like, I hope it's not an established relationship.
Right.
Like, I really want to see the building of that relationship. Because, I mean, that's like one of the most important duos in cinema history.
Abbott and Costello and Han Solo and Chewbacca.
Exactly what I was going to... Yeah. Dead serious.
Yeah.
Oh my god, could you imagine them doing Abbott and Costello's Frankenstein? Oh my god, I would fucking have to kill myself after that, because life could not be any better.
Well, it is really exciting, just the idea of Chewbacca trying, a family man, family Wookiee, trying to understand this scoundrel's mind. And like, did I swear life debt to you? Oh my gosh. What am I? Because they're going to find the rhythm, but there's got to be like a grumpy old man moment at the beginning.
Yeah.
I would love it anyway. Satanic Player Society says he would like to actually see the YT-1300 carrying freight, or maybe another model at the start of the movie. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah.
They never carry freight with the Millennium Falcon. They just claim to have and then dump it at the first sight of an Imperial Star Destroyer.
You know what? Shit happens, man. Get off his case.
I was waiting for you to pick that up. All right, so let's talk about The Last Jedi novelization. This is coming out March 6th, 2018. The audiobook will be released hopefully at the same time. And it's penned by Jason Fry with influence from Rian Johnson, the writer-director of The Last Jedi film. Jason Fry, as an author, has written a bazillion Star Wars books and Transformers books, actually. So he is an established Star Wars writer. What do you want out of this book?
I want The Force Awakens. Well, no, that's not even making a joke. Like with The Force Awakens, it was... well, I mean, shit, you've read it. Yeah. You know, like it was already something that we enjoyed, but there was so much more to it. Like they went off on, like Snoke. Like there was so much more to Snoke with The Force Awakens. Like I really, 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 really hope that happens with the novelization, because to be honest, like I love this movie. It was fun. I'm gonna be that douchebag at Target. You know, are they open yet? Hi, can I get that? That's me. Because Target always has better exclusives. Fuck Best Buy, and they're still cases. Whatever. Anyways, like that's what this movie missed, was so much backstory. Yeah. I mean, they built up these characters to be such important characters, and then, yeah, you like this guy? You want to know about him? Karate chop in half. Yeah, it's like that's what I'm really hoping for, because I think that's honestly going to make this movie for me.
Well, they did release that they were going to be addressing Han Solo's funeral. So
that's good.
That alone is exciting to me.
Yeah, like that's fucking necessary. Let's not get on that tangent again.
Yeah, we've done a whole show about it. We've done a show all about Harrison Ford as Han Solo and a whole show about The Last Jedi, so we won't do it here again.
No.
But I am excited to get the backstory that we got out of the Force Awakens novelization that wasn't in the movie. And because this is called the expanded The Last Jedi, it's got to do a lot more. I mean, a lot more. And I don't give a fuck about the characters that were in the film. I want to know about the politics. I want to know where the rest of the Resistance was. I want to know if there's any other of the New Empire. I just want to know where Snoke came from, how he convinced the Imperials that he was the one to be in charge of the Empire and to call it the First Order. And then I want to know, I want to know everything. Like, I'm tired of not knowing how he seduced Kylo Ren to the dark side. Why Luke Skywalker never fucking told him about his grandfather's turn to the light. Because seemingly he didn't know about it. He just knew about the dark side of Vader. Which is weird.
Yeah.
Seems like an
really
important family thing you got to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what, to be honest with this novelization, I mean, of course, I'm going to get it the second it comes out, because I have to.
Yeah, me too.
I don't even care if they're throwaway stories, like a paragraph of, oh, here's backstory, there, it's over with, read this garbage now. Like, it's closure. It's closure, that's what I want. Of course, I'm always the person who says closure's bullshit, because you never get closure, but God damn it, I want closure with this movie.
I just want an explanation, man.
Yeah.
Give me a FAQ. Give me a 600-page FAQ. I will be okay.
I'd fucking read it.
Do you hate The Last Jedi? Read this 600-page book and understand why. That's what I want. So
it's just all.
I think honestly, the reason why it's expanded is because they are doing that, and the reason why they waited so long to have it written and released is because they were a little concerned. Like, they had to be concerned about the bait and switch that they were doing with that movie. And so they had to gauge the reaction, see what it was, literally splitting the fan base in half.
Oh, yeah.
And then addressing it with the novelization and hopefully the next movie.
Well, no, I'm glad they brought on Rian Johnson's, too, to work with the novelization, because ultimately he's the one that just kind of decided what the fuck was going to happen, and he's the one that can explain it. So to have a capable author with the guy that did that, I'm really looking forward to it, honestly.
Yeah, SPS is saying, what about the setup for Knights of Ren, only to be forgotten about entirely? Yeah, there's so many things like that. Okay, so let's not relitigate that. We're now 45 minutes in. We have a couple other things that I want to touch on. Something near and dear to my heart, I know you haven't gotten into it, but Rebels, the second half of the final season 4, is coming out soon, and we've got a trailer here that we're going to watch, because I am going to nerd out about this, and there's things in this that I think you're going to nerd out about too.
Oh, I'm sure. One of these days I'll quit being a loser and actually watch it.
This trailer is setting up the legacy from season 1 to 4 that this kid, Ezra Bridger, has gone through to become a Jedi from this planet of Lothal.
I'd be back on Lothal, just waiting to be rescued, like everyone else.
And again, this series brought Thrawn back, and his story is intimately tied with this Rebel story. And so it's really nice being able to revisit. And they're exploring the Force in the ways that they're explaining it in the movies, or not explaining it, but displaying it.
See what they were thinking.
You must have established a deep connection with them.
And again, they use those wolves straight out of the freaking Last Jedi.
We have hope.
Yeah, there's the old clones.
Better. And they will.
They do a whole Mandalorian arc on these.
Is it wrong for me to protect my friends?
Yeah, it's good. I
Brought
like
Yoda back for it.
Oh, he looks so weird.
Yeah, it's a cartoon.
Yeah, but even in the Clone Wars, it was
That's
acceptable.
when he was in Dagobah, too. He was projecting himself. Like,
Okay, I'll excuse it then. Somehow.
Your voice.
The space battles in this cartoon are really good.
That something has grown bigger than I.
I would hope so.
They brought Maul back with this and explained a lot of Darth Maul's history with this movie.
You're in terrible trouble.
How his final fate was in this series.
Hey, I've seen you before.
This is the Force that they're exploring.
I hate your hair.
Yeah, I'm pretty much at the point where it's like it's almost over. I'm just gonna wait till it all comes out on Blu-ray and then call in sick for a week.
There's Thrawn. Thrawn is the final arc of this entire series, so I'm interested to see what happens to him, and hopefully, and that was the Emperor. That was fucking Sidious. If Sidious is getting involved, you know some shit has to be going down. And that was the Trinity of the Force that they introduced in Clone Wars: the father, brother, and sister.
One last lesson.
Okay, so I got goosebumps. The cartoon is goofy and stupid, and it's a kid's show, but it explores ideas and areas and politics and just the frame of the Force that if you didn't have any grounding of Rebels, The Last Jedi would have been even more strange to you. because it explains a lot of the new way that they're identifying the Force. And I know our show at the end of February is going to be centered around the Force, so I don't really want to talk about that. Draven saying, can you call in sick to your own business?
Fuck yes, I can. I have to ask my wife's permission, though.
So he has to roll over and beg. Hey, honey, please.
A little bit more. Gianna, I'm sick. Well, if you're sick, you're going to help with housework. But, fuck, I'm going to work.
Oh, man. I'm excited about this because it continually brings in great characters of Star Wars. It brought in Darth Vader and treated him really well. It explained the final conclusion of the moment that Darth Vader and his apprentice Ahsoka Tano met, and it had that final experience. It explained Maul, what happened to that character finally, and his reuniting with Obi-Wan Kenobi, which was fucking awesome. And then now it's going to have Ezra Bridger, this young fledgling Jedi turned Jedi, right before Rogue One. There are no Jedi except for Obi-Wan and Yoda at episode 4. So this has got to explain what happens. So the training Jedi, he has to die. Ezra Bridger, he's probably going to abandon the way of the Jedi and focus just on being a Force protector or something like that in order to explain it. I mean, the fact that they bring the Emperor into this is incredibly exciting to me. I'm a huge Sidious fan from day one. There's something mysterious and exciting about him, and even now, we're learning new things about the character. And and that is a thrilling thing, that you can know a character from sight 40 years ago and now still be in the dark about him. It is amazing. And so I'm really excited about that. I don't know. I want the series to end because I know what's coming next. And that's where we're going to lead into next here, is that Disney is starting its own streaming service like Hulu and Netflix, where it's going to be creating new live action and new animated Star Wars series. This is an exciting thing for me. The idea that we're going to get live action Star Wars movies. Not even movies, just series.
I'd say series. We've always had live action movies. Just, I don't know if you knew this, Adam, but that's always been a thing.
Very true. Very true. It's pretty damn exciting to think, like, the possibilities. And if they just, I'm a little afraid of oversaturation, of getting too much of a good thing, because part of what I loved about Star Wars growing up is that there wasn't a lot, and so you were forced to read, or use your imagination, or go to the role-playing game, or play the very few video games that were out as kids. So you reconnected with the original story through those mediums, which was really exciting. Now, with it just saturating in our culture so much, and it's going to be now, like fivefold now, more, with more cartoons, more TV live action series, more movies, many more movies. And we're going to talk about that in a second too. I'm a little afraid that it's gonna be too much, especially if there's not a continuous understanding of the universe. Meaning they pull a Last Jedi on us on a whole series. Yeah, like, that would drive me nuts.
That's honestly my only concern. But to be fair, they've been pretty damn good with Marvel, like in continuity. Yeah. Because I'm all for getting more stuff. I mean, I'm a horror nerd too, so like, Hatchet 50 million's coming out. Hell yeah, I'm gonna see it. That's me. I'm that guy. So I'm okay with just being force-fed a whole shit ton of Star Wars. But yeah, if there's no continuity, that is what's gonna kill me.
That's the biggest.
Leonard agrees, people. Leonard agrees.
Listen to Leonard. That's my biggest complaint, is that there was no continuity. There was no plan with this final third trilogy of the entire Skywalker saga, which seems like a no-brainer. Like, you should have penciled down things that are going to be taking place in the first, second, and third arc. It's just a logical storytelling element. And the fact that they abandoned that on go, it terrifies me to no end, that there isn't going to be any plan. And even the story group themselves were asking Rian Johnson to include things.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking terrifying. And now this guy is going to be writing a whole new trilogy. So that's another bit of news here that we're going to be releasing. Rian Johnson, and this has been out for a while, is creating his own trilogy. I don't know if he's going to be directing all three of them or even writing all three, but he's writing the treatment for all three. Mm-hmm. And then from there, he'll probably direct the first one, and who knows where from there. I'm really not looking forward to it after The Last Jedi, though. I was burned. So
yeah.
Here's some news, I think, as a way of wrapping this up. David Benioff and D.B. Weiss of HBO's Game of Thrones, the people who adapted George R.R. Martin's novels of Song of Ice and Fire into the Game of Thrones as we know them, as the HBO series that you have never seen.
I've seen it. I've totally seen the first 4 episodes. Okay,
well, the first 4 episodes you've seen. For those of us who are obsessed with this is exciting news. What about you, who has had a difficult time getting through it? Do you think they're going to be able to relate to a Star Wars audience?
I hope so. I mean, okay, here's the thing. Like, I can appreciate the show. Like, I haven't seen the entirety of it. Like, I'm not the guy that sits there in his, front room every Sunday just fucking pulling my pud to a new episode. Like, everything that I've seen since the first, I've seen sporadic episodes here and there. Like, I can appreciate it. I mean, they do a good job. So, giving them a little bit of faith, at least.
Yeah. We're getting a little bit of distortion in the connection.
Yep, I'm full robot right now, aren't I?
Your audio is coming through a little broken, but it is coming through. It's just the video that's looking blurry.
Yeah, I love Skype.
So I'm really excited about these writers. If they could distill George R.R. Martin's convoluted novels into a singular narrative for the films, for the HBO movies, TV movies, they can definitely do that with Star Wars. And Disney hasn't explained anything about the era or the stories that they're going to be telling. And they're getting their own trilogy. So this is 2 brand new trilogies, one by Rian Johnson and one by David Benioff and D.B. Weiss, that we're going to be getting. So that's 6 Star Wars movies, plus the live action movies on HBO or on Disney streaming, plus the animated shows on Disney streaming. That's a lot of Star Wars.
If some of it's not Old Republic, I'm going to be so fucking pissed. Especially with those 2, right? Like, those 2, like, it should damn well be Old Republic.
I have a feeling they're going to be the Old Republic ones.
Yeah, because they just seem like the kind of people that can truly adapt that kind of scope and that sort of era.
If we could see the rise of the Sith. Oh, fuck.
Oh, my God!
I would be pulling my pud in the front room.
Revan Sith. Oh my God! Like, that Empire,
die.
Yeah, that's another one of those things that I just, as soon as it was over, I'd have to kill myself because life could not get better. Just period.
So exciting! Oh gosh! So the possibilities are really exciting, and money's not an issue. So it's really just storytelling and time. Oh God, I can't wait. And then finally, as the final note for this episode, episode 9 is directed by J.J. Abrams. What do you think about him coming back? I mean, is it possible for him to please the now divided Star Wars fan base?
I hope so. I mean, I trust the guy. I absolutely adore his work. I mean, he made me appreciate Star Trek. Like, I mean, I grew up watching it, but I was never a huge fan. But yeah, with his trilogy, oh my God, like, it was amazing. And then Fringe. I mean, that's all I gotta say right there.
Fringe was amazing. For everyone that complains about Lost, watch Fringe.
Yeah.
It brings it back. It snaps you right back into focus. That was an amazing series.
Oh God, yes. Like, yeah. That, honestly, that's my only argument ever with J.J. Abrams. Like, oh, well, fuck him. No, Fringe.
It's a good damn argument.
That's all you gotta say.
For people who've watched it, and I mean, you have to appreciate the X-Files to appreciate Fringe, because they sort of have the same lineage, but
and a lot of lens flares.
Yeah, I don't fucking care. I mean, I forgive a lot as long as there's a logical story behind it. Yeah. I will forgive a lot. fuck, we got to do an episode on Fringe. God damn it, I love that series so much.
Complete side note.
Yeah,
this is not Star Wars at all, but damn it, Fringe. I could talk about that for about like 3, 4, 20 hours. So.
Yeah.
Down.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for joining us in the live chat. It's been a lot of fun doing a sort of off episode here. I don't know, man. I enjoy doing this more than any of the other podcasts I've ever done.
This is a lot of fun.
By far, it is my favorite. Over all of the years that I've been doing this shit.
Let's see, 20, 30-minute episode going almost an hour.
Full hour, yeah.
I fucking love it.
All right, well, 2 times a month we'll be doing this for probably an hour each time, just because we have families and we have to see them at some point. Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in live. Thank you everyone for watching this after the fact. And Cameron, man, where can the people email us if they want to send us a Scruffy Looking Nerf Herder video or just their comments and questions?
Well, since Adam, you can never quite remember it, it's theinfernalbrotherhood@gmail.com.
Indeed it is.
Please send those videos. We need more.
And if there's a topic that you guys want us to talk to.
Yes. Tell us what you want us to flap our gums about.
Yeah, and if you don't like what we're doing or how we're doing it, let us know. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Your influence on this early version of our show is going to be invaluable because we're going to take that feedback and we're going to actually utilize it. So we appreciate it. Until the Infernal Brotherhood... Until the Infernal Brotherhood convenes again, everyone. May the Force be with you.
Bye, guys.
Wait, we have an outro. What's up, Princess Mimi? Princess Mimi.